Hi, I'm Dr. Mary from Revitalize Physical Therapy, and today we will work on a yoga for the pelvic floor and some nice relaxation to either start or end your day. Whenever you're ready, let's get started. Starting on your back, eyes closed, noticing the sounds that are around you. Maybe cars are going by, birds are chirping, maybe creaking of the floor. Maybe the sounds of your breath going in and out through your nose or your mouth. Drawing your attention to the pressure points that your body is making contact with your mat. Thinking about the pressure on your heels to the floor, backs of the calves, your glutes, the middle and low part of your back, your shoulder blades, back of your head, your elbows, your fingertips, the palm. Finding yourself grounded and reassured that the stability of these points are going to bring you stability throughout your practice. Drawing attention to your breath. Slowly elongating your inhales and your exhales. Maybe your inhales go through your nose and escaping through your lips like a sigh. Maybe you're closing your lips and sealing them while allowing your breath to sound like ocean waves. Using your breath as a guide for this moving meditation. When you're ready, slowly bat your eyes open and bring yourself over into a tabletop position, facing towards the front of the mat. On your inhale, drop your belly and lift your hips and chest and neck up towards the ceiling, allowing your belly to fall nice and relaxed. And exhale, curling your chin and chest. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up towards the ceiling into a cow pose. Exhale into a cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And 3 rounds of your own breath, going with an inhale and an exhale. Maybe your gaze goes towards your right hip and your left, like wagging a tail. Maybe doing little circles with your body, adding a little fluidity to the motion. Playing around what feels good to you. On your next inhale, find a nice neutral tabletop position, flat back, gaze going an inch or two in front of the tip of your nose, sigh it out. Inhale, lift your right leg, pointing the bottom of your foot towards the back of the room. Exhale, bring your right foot to the left side of the mat, gaze follows, feeling a nice right side body stretch. Using your breath to really deepen the stretch in that side body. If your gaze does not feel comfortable facing towards your right foot, your gaze can be down towards your hands, whatever is calling to you. On your next inhale, nice big transition, bringing your right foot in between your hands into a kneeling position. On your exhale, lift your left knee up off the floor. Inhale, stay for a moment. Exhale, lower that back knee down towards the floor, uncurl your toes. Shifting your right foot over to the right side of the mat, where your hands are on the inside of your right foot. Lift your chest on an inhale. Exhale, lean your chest forward and maybe staying in this position, and that's okay. Or if you feel more comfortable, you can drop your elbows, bringing the weight on your right foot towards the outside. You'll rest your hand down towards the floor on your arms. Might feel good to have a bolster nearby to help support you in this position, whatever is calling to you. Once you find that comfortable position, find stillness. Using your breath as a guide. If you notice that your breath is becoming really restricted and your breath is heavy, maybe lift yourself up out of the pose slightly. Should be gentle, pain-free. Feeling a stretch in the front of that left hip. And feeling opening on that right hip as well. On your next inhale, rise up out of that pose. Exhale, find yourself into a tabletop. Do a round of cat and cow to rinse that out. On your next inhale, bring your left knee, bottom of your foot pointing towards the back of the room. Exhale, bring your left foot towards the right side of the mat. Gaze follows. Foot can be curled or uncurled, whatever's calling to you. Using your breath to feel that side body stretch. Gaze can be heavy. On your next inhale, lift your foot, back of the foot, pointing towards the back of the room. Exhale, bring your left foot in between your hands. Inhale. Exhale, curling your right toes, lifting that back knee up into a low lunge. Inhale and exhale, drop that back knee. Scooting that left foot over towards the left side of the mat where your handprints are on the inside of that foot. Uncurling those toes. Inhale, lifting your head and chest. Exhale, either stay in this spot or lower down onto your forearms or head towards the mat, whatever's calling to you. You might find that this side feels a little different compared to the other, and that's okay. Notice where you have any tension, maybe in your shoulders, maybe in your hands, maybe in your face. Allowing that tension to go. On your next inhale, bring your hands underneath your chest and rise up. Nice deep breath. Exhale, bring yourself back into that neutral tabletop. Rinse out with a round of cat and cow. Inhale, drop that belly, gaze goes up. Exhale, sigh it out, cat. At that neutral tabletop, curl your toes underneath and then bring yourself into tall kneeling, feeling a nice stretch on the bottoms of those feet. Our butt can be lifted off our heels, or we can sink down. We can have a yoga block or a bolster underneath our hips to help support us. On your next exhale, use your hands or naturally bring yourself into a deep squat where our knees are wide, elbows are supported, kind of inside our knees. We can again use that bolster or block underneath our seat to help support us. We're going to shift our weight side to side. If we don't feel as much of a stretch here, we can bring one hand to the floor and one hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, return that hand to the floor. Inhale, raise that left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it to the floor. Slowly and carefully bring yourself into a seated butterfly where our feet come together, knees wide. Coming back to our breath. Maybe for a little self-care, we do a little bit of a self-massage on the bottom of our feet, especially at the end of a long day or the beginning of a day. It's a good way to show some love to parts of our body that just work so hard. If you haven't switched sides yet, maybe giving the other foot a little bit more love, a little bit of a thanks for all the hard work it provides throughout the day. Being grateful for each step and for each movement that allows us to do. Placing our hands on our knees or on our feet. Do little circles with our shoulders. Inhale, bring our shoulders up towards our ears. Exhale, bring them down and back. Inhale, shoulders up towards our ears. Exhale, bring them down and back. Inhale, bring our shoulders up towards our ears. Exhale, bring them down and forward. Inhale, bring our shoulders up towards our ears. Exhale, bring them down and forward. On your next inhale, bring your chin down towards your chest. And nice and slow with your breath, draw nice big circles with your chin. Stop at any points of tension and linger there for a moment and continue. reverse your direction if you have not done so yet. Stop at any points of tension or any spot that feels good. Now, bring your feet to the bottoms of the mat and slowly, by vertebra, lowering yourself down towards the floor. Inhale, bringing your right foot across your left knee, making a 4 position with your leg. If you don't feel stretch, maybe using your hands, a strap or a towel behind that left knee. Feeling a beautiful hip opener here. Using our breath to help release deeper into that stretch. If you feel like you need a little bit more, straighten out that left knee up towards the ceiling, pointing and flexing our ankle, maybe drawing little circles, getting a full body stretch in this position. On your next inhale or exhale, lower your knee and foot down towards the floor. Bring your arms wide into a cactus position or a T. Drop your left knee and your right foot down towards the left side of the mat. Gaze can remain up towards the ceiling or towards your right hand. Finding stillness. If your mind drifts off somewhere, don't judge it. Just call it back. Draw attention to your body. On your next inhale, bring your knee back into center, releasing your right foot down towards the floor. On your next inhale, bringing your left foot across your right knee, staying there if you feel a nice generous stretch. If you need a little bit more, using a hand, towel, strap, whatever's calling to you, to bring your right knee closer towards your chest. Again, this side might feel a little different than the other. You might be able to go further, you might be able to have to back off a little bit, and that's okay. If you still feel like you need more, you can straighten out that right knee up towards the ceiling into a hamstring stretch. You can point and flex your toes. Might do little ankle circles. Whatever is calling to you. On your next exhale, lower your feet down towards the mat. Bring your left foot and your right knee down towards the left side of the mat. Hands in that T or cactus position. Gaze up towards the ceiling or towards your left hand. Feeling a generous stretch along that left hip. On your next inhale, bring yourself back into that neutral position with both feet flat on the floor. With a nice inhale and an exhale. On your inhale, raise both feet up towards your chest, grabbing onto either the insides of both of your feet or the outsides. Keep your knees bent and wide. Bring your feet out just as wide as your knees. Feeling a nice gentle stretch on the bottoms of your glutes, maybe in your inner thigh, maybe in the backs of your legs. You can rock side to side, giving the nice low back a little massage. You can straighten or bend a knee. That's the beauty of yoga. Allows you to play with no judgment. Whatever is calling to you. Whenever you're ready, return your feet to the floor, elongating your knees. Hands to your side with elbows long, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Shoulders tucked underneath your shoulders. Curling your toes and release. Tightening up the front of your thighs and release. Squeezing your glutes and release. Tightening your fists and release. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears and let them go. Squeezing your eyes shut and let them relax. Clenching your jaw and let it go. Maybe having a slight part in our lips, the tongue sitting on the roof of our mouth, just behind our teeth. If you notice any other areas of tension, acknowledge it, thank it for trying to protect you, and let it go. You have nowhere to be. You can let your breath go to its natural rhythm. Allow yourself this moment of rest. I will call you to return your mind back to your body when it's time. When you're ready, draw your attention back to your body. Pointing your toes and raising your arms up overhead to a big, beautiful stretch. Probably the biggest stretch you might have done all day. Bring yourself over to your left side, allowing your head to rest on your bottom arm like a pillow. When it calls to you, bring yourself up into a seated position, allowing your eyes to remain heavy. Hands can be at heart center or palms on our knees. Exhale, sigh out all your stale air. Inhale, your biggest inhale yet. Exhale, sigh it out. Bet your eyes open. Bring your hands to heart center. If it's within your practice, bow forward with gratitude for yourself and everyone else who's practicing with you in this moment. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me today. If you liked this video, click the link at the bottom to subscribe. Hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.